There's something about the Australian outback that just keeps calling you back for more. We've been planning this trip for a while. 3 mates on 3 DRZs to cross the Simpson Desert and Outback Australia. But unfortunately, only 2 will make it. It's day 2 and an early rise at the Nindigully Pub. We've now packed up our tents and we're keen for a big breakfast at St George. Today's ride takes us from Nindigully to Thargomindah, a distance of around 530 kilometres. All good? With a fair distance to travel today, we decided to get up early, pack up our tents and hit the road. But not before getting a photo in front of the Nindigully sign.
Nindigully Pub.
As I mentioned before, the Nindigully Pub is the oldest licensed premises in Queensland, and it's a great place to call in or camp for the night when you're heading out west. As I arrive, Craig's already got the camera set up, ready to go.
Bit of yellow between the 2 blacks.
I don't know because the sun's right on the side's good.
Yeah, it should be good.
And with the photo shoot done, it's time for some inspirational words from our trial boss, Craig.
537 k's to go, boys. It's a walk in the park. Breakfast in the pool first.
Right in there.
We also need to sort out intercoms.
Intercoms?
We are.
Pardon? Let's plug this thing in. You got me? Yep. Can you plug us in there, Grant? I forgot.
Alright, good to go.
Good to go?
Like a stormtrooper.
I know.
And with the comms sorted, we're good to go.
Start. Yeah, alright. Righto. That was the Nindigully Pub.
St George Bakery, here we come. As we hit the road to St George, it's still a cool 10 degrees. So I'm closing up my helmet and my jacket just to stay warm and stop that cold air getting in. Even pumping up the heated grips just to stay warm. And I tell you what, my eyes are out on stalks looking for kangaroos. They're still on the move this time in the morning. And with only 45 kilometres to St George, we'll be there in no time. The roadside on the way to St George is littered with cotton. You can see the cotton fields just off to the left there. And with high hopes and empty stomachs, we arrive at St George for breakfast. But on arrival, Pato has just found an issue with his DRZ. He's got a slight oil leak coming from his countershaft sprocket seal. We may need to formulate a plan to fix it, but we can't do that on an empty stomach.
St George Bakery, breakfast.
And after a big breakfast, with the oil leak so minimal, Pato has decided he's just going to keep an eye on it. But we still have another 7,000 kilometres to ride.
Pretty much follow your nose now, isn't it? Straight along this road. There you go.
With a full stomach and a full tank of fuel, I've got to say my DRZ's feeling a little bit top heavy. That'll be right. Just as we head off, a truck pulls out in front of us. I hope we don't get stuck behind him for too long.
Yes, let's hope you go left.
Upon leaving St George to the west, you cross over the Andrew Nixon Bridge. which also acts as a dam for the Balonne River. You can see the difference in water levels from one side to the other.
That's it, that's the highlight for today, that bridge. Everything else is going to be like this.
Well, that's not exactly true. As you head further west, the landscape really starts to change. And we'll see plenty of these road trains at over 50 metres long. As we arrive at Balonne, it's time for another quick smoko break. Travelling long distances on a DRZ 400 requires frequent stops, just to keep yourself fresh, even if they are set up as adventure bikes.
But do you want to stop here? There's a cafe here. Oh, yeah.
The boys are keen to head back to that park on the way in. There's a heritage museum across the road, and check out the artwork on that shed. And you've got to love how these little towns present themselves.
We're here, eh? Yeah.
Good choice, boys. What a perfect place to stop for smoko. With smoko over, it's time to get going again. We've got a lot of Ks to cover today. It's Saturday morning and the Balonne markets are in full swing. Well, at least what you can see there. But every small town seems to have quite a decent pub, the lifeblood of the community, and Balonne is no different. The 28 litre safari tank on my DRZ makes a perfect place to stretch your legs. Very important for keeping that circulation going. And as if it didn't feel like it already, we're officially in Outback Queensland. With many different changes in scenery, even the roads out here have iconic Aussie names like Matilda Way and Adventure Way. And our next iconic outback Aussie town we arrive in is Cunnamulla, where it's time to stop for fuel and lunch and to check on Paddo's bike. With it still leaking, he's called a mate to organise a seal for him. And we couldn't leave Cunnamulla without checking out the Cunnamulla Falla, a song made famous by country legend Slim Dusty.
You guys follow me?
Don't follow me, I'm lost too.
I never saw the scrubber, we couldn't talk cause I'm the fella from Cunnamulla. Yes, I'm the Cunnamulla fella.
There's your mystery tour. 4 roads lead to Thargomindah.
Well, hopefully.
Mate, we better check your GPS, I don't want to lead us somewhere wrong.
Before I get us lost, it's time for Craig to take the lead again. He's got the route in his GPS after all.
Where's it saying? Yeah, okay. Warrego River, there you go.
Heading west out of Cunnamulla, you cross the Warrego River. That's pretty impressive as far as rivers go out here. Australia's outback is also home to dinosaurs. And here's a sign to Eromanga, home of Australia's largest dinosaur. Speaking of dinosaurs, like a scene out of Jurassic Park, comes these emus running straight across in front of Craig. The father and his chicks, wow, that was close. They really do look like modern day dinosaurs, don't they? It's really looking like the outback now. Look at the colour of that soil. Our next town we arrive in is Yowah, known for its opal mining and where they found Australia's largest megafauna, the Diprotodon, the largest marsupial that ever lived, which is basically a giant wombat. It kinda looks like a bear to me though. Leaving Yowah, we pass another couple of adventure riders, and what do you know, they're riding DRs. Good old reliable workhorses. After hours of riding and hundreds of kilometres, our intercoms have finally decided to fail and we've lost communication with Craig. And Pato wants to pull over for a break. Hopefully Craig gets a message.
Yeah, he went to the right 100 metres up the road. You don't want to eat with us?
Sometimes I'm just going to tell him. I'd be riding forever.
Shades are premium out here, and after that long ride, that quick break is just what I needed, and I feel recharged and ready to go. Now it's time to catch up with Craig and see what he's been up to.
This will make a good picture.
Never waste a good photo opportunity, I say.
Look at that sexy boy.
I think I've had too much sun.
Yeah, I got you guys now, I can hear.
It looks like Craig's managed to get the intercom sorted,
Alright boys.
which is just as well because there's no more stops for us between here and Thargomindah. Travelling along these outback roads, you're always going to encounter loose cattle, and that one nearly became a DRZ burger. Oh, there's another one. How cool is this little stretch of road leading into Thargomindah?
Thargomindah. Here it goes.
After a big day in the saddle, I think we're all relieved to roll into Thargomindah. And like bees to the honey, we decide to stop at the local Toyota dealer because we spot some petrol pumps. But they're closed. Oh, we'll have to get fuel tomorrow. With no traffic lights in this town, it pays to keep your eyes peeled. And finally we arrive at our destination, Explorers Caravan Park in Thargomindah. And I don't know it yet, but I'm about to be attacked by a wasp in that bougainvillea. Now it's time to check in, set up our tents and grab a beer, and try and repair a hole in my air mattress. Here's our campsite, Thargomindah, day 2. And we're off to the pub. Stay tuned to the next episode, day 3, when we head from Thargomindah to Intercom. We head due west to the Nindigully waterhole. And check out the iconic Nindigully Pub. We're able to refuel. We stop for a quick break under some coolabah trees. Then call in for a tragic Aussie history lesson at the Birkenwills Dig Tree. From there we leave Queensland and cross the border into South Australia, and on to Intercom, where we set up camp. And all in a good day's ride. So cheers and thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one.